Tommy, we got a concrete truck here, and Mark's not ready to pour, so maybe you are?
I am definitely ready.
All right, so new mudroom going right here that you get to from the stairs coming that way.
Yep.
Brick is in. That was a lot deeper a little while ago.
Yeah, this is a good 3 feet lower. And what I wanted to do is make sure when they backfill this that they compact it every 6 or 8 inches because I don't want it to settle over time.
Right, and seeing plastic down?
Vapor retarder is down, and I made sure that the vapor retarder is down below the top 3 or 4 inches of gravel. And they put that on top of the vapor barrier.
Below the gravel.
Right. The reason is I don't want the concrete to sit on top of the vapor barrier. What happens is when you do that, you pour concrete, the water in the concrete doesn't have any place to settle out.
Oh, right.
So when they're trying to trowel a floor, the guys are there for hours trying to wait for the water to go out. So they break holes in the vapor barrier.
So that extra layer there just helps it set up.
Right, and then over time, it'll dry out and come through that concrete.
Yeah. But eventually, that little vapor barrier right there will stop the ground moisture from coming up underneath the crawl space.
Absolutely, and keep the crawl space a little bit drier.
How much concrete's going in?
Not much. I'm only going to put about 3 inches in here, and it's not a very strong mix. It's a very weak mix, and it's going to float on its own.
Yeah.
It's actually called a rat slab.
Rat, as in like rat?
No, literally a rat slab. Because years ago, in crawl spaces and places in basements where people really didn't get around, they were always worried about the vermins coming in.
That's nasty.
So they would pour a rat slab so they couldn't get through the dirt.
Let's pour this one extra thick.
No, we don't have to worry about any rats.
So you ready to go?
I'm ready for the truck. Let's back them in.
All right.
The truck we're using is an on-site ready-mix truck. Most concrete trucks mix the concrete on the way to the job site. This one mixes at the site. This truck arrives with dry Portland, sand, gravel, and water. The operator determines the proportions of the mix on site. Now this is actually pretty good, Kevin, because all the ingredients come together in this hopper right here, dry.
Yeah.
And then they're mixed as they come up the chute in any strength that I want.
So by the time they get the end of that chute, it's all mixed together and
it's
done?
all mixed together, and the consistency that I want. It can be wet, it can be dry. You can have a 3,000-pound mix, which is relatively light, or a 5,000-pound mix, which is a really strong mix.
Wow.
And he can change it anytime during the mix. So I can get a little bit of 5,000 here stiff, and I get a little bit of 3,000 here wet.
Now the other trucks, I mean, you got one batch, right? And you just got that batch.
And if I say to the driver, make it wet, and it's too wet,
You're stuck with it.
you can't make it dry.
Cool. All right. So let's
Now-
pour it.
Yeah, now they got to close this up so they can mix it.
That's awesome. Perfectly mixed.
Right, now see, I just told him to make it a little bit wetter, and he did. See, that's even wetter. Now see, that's perfect right there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have to trowel it. It's almost like I want it to seek its own level.
It's nice that he can get that chute wherever he wants, too.
Yeah, it's nice. He can bring it up, he can turn it left and right, he can bring it in and out.
It's pretty level there, Tommy. Do we have to trowel this off?
No, we're going to leave it alone. That's good enough. It's nothing but a rat slab. No rodents are going to get through that.
All right, nice. Love that truck. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.